As weird as it sounds, I mean, I posted a few videos, and that not mine, of Charlie Kirk. He's been popping up on the feeds recently, and I, haven't really done much of anything for it, just by other than watching it, and agreeing to what he's been saying. Back then I wasn't really following him and everything like that. I knew who he was, from what the media was telling, and the news and all that stuff like that. And each video, other than the ones I posted, it's like me going to work. All right. And what I mean by that is that, yes, I work for the corporation, the orange place, other than the blue place. I might have blue on, but later on I'll have an orange apron on. You know what I'm talking about. All right. And what was it going to be in April? April will be my 2-year mark. 2 years of being there. Now, a little bit about me is that if you know me, I really couldn't hold a job because of most of it being corporate or some kind of franchise restaurant work and shit like that, which is just nerve-wracking. I'll say that. It's nerve-wracking, especially dealing with certain people that are or feel entitled. And that's the problem. All right, still to this day, even from when I first started. Well, I can't say when I first started working back in 2004, 2005. I worked in an amusement park. That was a little bit different. Everyone had a little bit more respect back then. I'll say that. They weren't cutting in lines. They weren't, throwing guns and fighting and all that shit like that. Doing that gang bullshit. All right, whatever, because that's just fucking retarded. Let's just say it like that. It's fucking retarded, okay? Back then was different times. And I don't know why it changed. I really don't. They're going to say, oh, the new kids and everything like that. Bullshit. Well, there's some truth to it, but I'm going to call it bullshit. It's bad parenting. That's what it is. It's mostly bad parenting and bad leadership from the governments and these businesses that give you bullshit hours, bullshit pay. Especially now, let me go back to where I'm working, where you gotta maintain homes and stuff like that. I get it. I could jump ship there and go with a few other buddies and stuff like that and help them out work with the knowledge that I gained within the 2 years. And trust me, I didn't know. I barely knew my left and right. Let's just say that. I knew that. But, my measurements weren't that great. I wasn't really keen to that. I mean, I knew what an inch was and 3 inch and stuff like that, but doing fractions and stuff like that, and I'm still all right on that. What's 3/8? What's ½ inch? What's 5/8? What's 3/4? What's standard? What's metric? And it's kind of funny because now going back to the whole Charlie Kirk thing, where he used to give out the interviews and all that. These people are fucking clueless. We're still, however you want to view it. To me, they kind of still are, because I was teaching this one guy, was it yesterday, because he wanted a 3-sink, a 3-sink thing for a restaurant or something like that, and the guy didn't know jack shit, and he's looking at me. And he's like, I get the question, you a plumber? You a plumber? You a plumber? And when I say no, they get mad. I'm being honest with you, dude. I'm not professionally certified for plumbing. However, with the knowledge I do, and, I'm pretty good. Okay, I'm not going to say I'm the best. I'm the man though, but I'm not the best. All right, I'll say that there are much better out there, but I'm good at what I know. Especially for a place like that. I am good at what I know. But it's that type of, it's going, get on the subject at hand again. It's that type of people. All right. They'll complain and, this has got to be like this. This has got to be like, well, do you know how to do it? Fuck, do I know how to do it? That's a question. How do I answer this question? Back in 1800, and no, we don't care about that. We don't care about that. We care about now. Why are you so mad? Do you know how to fix that? Do you know what? All right, well, you got an existing pipe right there. You got an existing drain. Why don't you angle that? Angle another drain into it and filter in, let's say, other drains to your sink. Oh, well, it's gonna stink. Well, clean it. Well, how do you do that? Well, can you fix it? No. Well, what good are you? Blah, 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 fuck this place. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's because someone screwed you over. That's the problem. Someone screwed you over, and you paid them. Call them the government. Call them the government. Man, They get mad. They get mad when you tell them the facts. You destroy their reality. That's the thing. You destroy. Well, what Kirk did was pretty much told the truth on matters. All right, right or wrong of it, he told the truth of it. Now, what the people I gotta deal with, I tell them the truth. If I don't know it, I don't know it. Oh, what good are you? I'll go to the other place. I'll go to the blue place. Well, go. If you want to go to the fucking Harbor Freight or some other kind of mom and pop shop, go. If you want to go to an actual plumbing retail store, go. If you want to talk to an actual plumber, you're gonna probably pay for it. Go. Okay. Oh, you don't want to pay for it. That's the problem. That's the problem. I should have it on my little apron or just say, here, read this before you talk to me. Any kind of stupid question, I want to get paid $25 for every stupid fucking question that you got. And everything that I answer, that's $150. That's a little bit less than what the actual plumber's going to charge you. All right? And if you have to come back, guess what? We'll make a deal. Because I got stuff to do in that store too. It's not like, I'm walking around, I'm, on the phone scanning shit, and all of a sudden you go, hey, come here. No. You get this and this. Bye. Treat people with respect. Oh, you can't do that. I just fucking did. Watch me. Oh, he's rude. No, you're rude. I just matched your energy to you. Now, if you were nice and you were polite and you were, not entitled, maybe we can, do something. Maybe we can, collaborate. That's the problem. Right there. Oh, Joe, you just got mad. Blah, 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 blah. Well, Charlie Kirk got mad. And guess what? He turned that shit around. He made those people look foolish. And I see it in their eyes. They're like, damn, I'm dumb. Like, I got to come up with something quick. And as fast as some of them did, they're really on point. But guess what? He destroyed that reality again. He's like, no, you're wrong. It's like, would you like someone that, it's the opposite gender to walk into a bathroom and you don't know what their intent is? Well, if they're not harming me and blah blah blah. Well, no. No, it's wrong either way. Well, don't you like a guy that would, that was, born women that would? No, I wouldn't like that shit. I wouldn't. Get the fuck out of here. It's to save you. Mostly the women. That's the problem right there. Mostly the women don't understand. It's like, oh, they're not going to do anything. Well, I mean, if they're a straight gay man and stuff like, or not straight gay man, excuse me. That's an oxymoron right there. So if they were full blown gay or trans but still, it's wrong to be. And I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, no, no. And he's like that, and he's like, would you like guys to win women's sports and shit like that? And you bitch about that too. Like, that shouldn't happen. You're right, it shouldn't happen. So how are we gonna do this? Well, you gotta listen to me. No, we don't. No, we don't. We'll come up with the solution together. How's that? That's called unity. What? Let's make a solution so that they can have their own fucking bathroom. I don't know. That makes sense to me. Put a third bathroom so that you got some privacy. Have one toilet, lock the door. I don't give a fuck if they put cameras in the damn thing. Okay, so there you go. That's the problem. And who's doing it? Well, the people. I'll tell you that. And I'll say the hires that are in this physical realm, and the power and the physicalities of right now are an issue too. We know this. Just like that whole Jim Carrey scare. And let me get on with that, man. Okay. When I found out that wasn't, when I was like, that's not Jim Carrey. And I know Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey. Who most people do. All right. As a kid, I used to impersonate Ace Ventura, all that shit, and I learned some of this comedic humor from him. And then when you got some guy impersonating him, and I was sitting there like watching this while playing Days Gone. Oh, good video game right there. And I'm just watching the reels. I'm sitting there. I had to pause the game for a minute. I'm like, that's not Jim Carrey. It might sound like him, but his eyes are off. His cheekbones were off. His teeth were slightly off. His forehead had some wrinkles. Like, I analyzed this guy down to a T. I sat there for like 4 hours analyzing this guy. A little exaggerated, but 4 hours. Like what the fuck is this? Like, who is this guy? My spider senses were tingling, man. I should have played Spider-Man, but my spider senses were tingling. Like, bad. Like, something's not right. This guy's speaking in French, and he's a little bit, wider than Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's more narrower. And his hands. I was looking at his hands. I was looking at every little thing. And I felt bad because I thought that they did kill him off. I'm like, oh, dude. Sunday, I was in bed all day. I'm not going to lie. I was in bed all day trying to figure this out. Trying to conjure the spirit of Jim Carrey to be like, tell me the truth, dude. Like, what the hell happened? Like, who did it? Who did I find him? I'll rip them. Oh man, I was like, it's funny because people could pick up on this shit. Okay, they could pick up, and they did this. And praise be the higher God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I'm glad that he's still around. He's the whole thing with Charlie Kirk. No one could find out. No one could find. Oh, it was this. It was that. It was this. It was that. He got shot through the neck. Ricochet up through the neck. Through the neck. Hit somewhere in the bone, maybe the spinal column. Bounced up into the brain. Okay, so up to the brain. Because he convulsed straight, didn't fly back. He convulsed straight, like he jerked up, like something shot up. See, like something shot up at the spot that the guy shot him at, which was on the side, not in the front. On the side, not the front. And then dropped. If it was the front hit, he would have flowed backwards. If it was the side, of course, it was a short shot, but the angle to it, because the guy was on the roof technically, or so they're saying, the guy was on the roof, shot. It would have dropped down and came out the back end somewhere, tumbled out somewhere down here, down around here. That was an angle from an upright shot. Somewhere in the crowd. That's my take on it. From either, I want to say a 38 tumbler, a 38 special tumbler round. It had to be a tumbler, regardless of what, either a 22 or a 38. And I'll probably post a picture of the guy that I thought that thinks that I think that shot him. You know, the one in the crowd right there with the little green shirt on. I mean, I got blue on, but he had the green shirt. He's sitting there, you know, throughout the whole fucking thing. Throughout the whole thing, he's sitting there looking like he's got his little sunglasses on. So let's pretend these are shades, all right? He's got little sunglasses on, and he's just watching, you know, watching around. Not paying attention up until that point where he turns around. He's smiling. He puts his hand right here because he's got something in his hand, and he squeezes it right at the same time the shot took place. A palm pistol. The same gun that took out JFK. Let's be real here. Because they did the same thing. It's the same thing they did for JFK. The shot around the world or something like that. The grassy knoll. The uneducated school. And it's a shame. It's a shame. Now, that's my take on it. And I believe I know it. All right. And that's the problem. Not that I'm on it. It's just that's the problem with the world is just people. They're too comfortable. And this shit will get worse. It'll get worse. And I see a lot of people want to preaching peace and this stuff like that, which is all right. Go for it. Preach peace and all that stuff like that, but do as you say. Be peaceful. Stop doing this shit. And if you know somebody that's all right, a little I'm going to say it like this, a little touched evil. As I say that, Dr. Evil, right? That is not what the right... I mean, that's why I said fake positivity. This fake positivity bullshit's got to go. It's got to go. If not, I hope that you're happy with the world that you helped create. Because Lord knows I will speak truth until they me, okay? You're doing me a favor. If you really think about it. Because I staying here when this shit gets worse. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And this is why I said the elites and these people that are trying to change the course for the world, they're fucking stupid. They're fucking stupid. No matter what they do, it's not going to go the way that they plan. It's not. Let's be real here. Especially these greedy American puppets. Let's say that. Greedy American puppets. You blame the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and all those other idiots, the oil tycoons. Ain't that right, Prince? Not the artist formerly known, but the untouchable one. I know he's got a hand behind it. That's why it's a race to see who can make America the next nationality. And what I mean by that, it's more so a sense of Arabic, Muslim, mostly Muslim. Of course, Spain's got to have a hand in it too. England said fuck that because they already got bought out. Well, they're trying. They're trying. And who else is the other ones? In China. I mean, you could look at Russia and all that stuff like that, but they don't really want this land. They do and they don't. They really do. They really don't because they're just waiting for somebody to take ownership of it. If you really think about it. Or as I believe, okay? Let me be politically correct. I believe. Because once the other nationality takes over this place, and I don't think there's gonna be a World War III. It might be just a mass genocide. Who knows? And I hate to say it like this, and I hope it doesn't happen. I pray that it doesn't happen like that. I hope we all understand what's going on. Stop with the stupid pharmaceuticals because that's another reason why we're in this way too. Because 9/11 and safety and we need to be safe with what happened at 9/11. And I hope you didn't forget about what happened at 9/11 because we need to be safe. And we're all in this because we got to be safe, and there's safety in numbers. Especially what happened with 9/11 when the two towers that went down that day? I think it was two towers that went down that day because we got to be safe, guys. My fellow Americans, we got to be safe. As much as I would like to read to your children about how safe we need to be as a country, but don't mind the files that will soon surface later on with the island of misfit kids. I mean, misfit toys, and because we got to be safe. All right. So yeah, but what happened with 9/11 is that we had a fight with some bad people. Um, Ozlaka bin Slaman or something like that, his name was, and he was a bad man. You know, we knew him since the 60s, but we didn't take him out because, you know, we wanted peace back then in a sense. I mean, we had people that would have done it, but they miraculously died. And, you know, we try to be safe about it, but we tried, and we didn't want you, well, we didn't want you to know. How's that? I think that was a spot on impression. So, in other words, we took the oil. We tried taking their oil, but we settled for their poppy seeds, so our pharmaceuticals can grow, so we can make a cure, like you know how, because we just got a lot of Roundup and weed killers and stuff like that. That could be potentially to save us, but the science that we paid. I mean, we showed wasn't the right one because we got to be safe. Okay. The world we live in. The world we live in. The Smashing Pumpkins said it best in their one song, "The world is a vampire." Anyways, I thought I'd share this because it's information. And I don't think I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I think I hit the nail on the head on this one with my eyes closed. Now it's up to you guys to. It's up to you guys, okay? It's really up to all of us to do our part because this shit has got to stop, man. This is terrible. This is terrible, and we're all fighting with each other. It's like I don't make the prices for where I work. Okay, let me state that. Okay, why is it so expensive? Why is this? Why is that? I mean, if I got to think for you too, that's going to be another upcharge that you're going to be here. So you're going to be costing me over $300, but you better pay the fucking plumber. Okay, because if you're going to ask stupid questions, you might get a stupid real answer, and you might not like it. That's not on me. That's on you. Okay? Well, I think I talked your ear off a little bit. I might get back on this rant later on in life. Who the hell knows? Anyways, it's up to you. I can't. I'm Porky Pigging it right now, but it's true. It's up to you guys. It's up to all of us. But you know, it's either you want to do something for the world, or you want to sit in comfortability land and until it's not comfortable for when they take it from you, which is slowly happening at a rapid rate right now. All right. All right, well, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Be easy, but don't be too easy. Be well, be safe, and do good. Later.